believe that now is more than ever an important time to stay connected. Being truly connected to people in meaningful ways is something that I think we're all craving, and I find it to be an incredibly enriching experience.
I think that staying with Milwaukee Rotary through this pandemic both allows you to get information that is relevant to the times and still allows you to be part of a group where you can do other Zoom calls. Instead of us doing lunch or doing an event, we can also do Zoom calls with those that are in the Rotary group. So I stay and maintain my membership for the connection.
It won't be like this forever. We'll need to get back to normal life eventually, even though I'm sure it'll look slightly different. And those connections are still going to be important, and particularly the community building aspect and community rebuilding after all the kind of destruction that COVID is going to have throughout the community.
Service above self. I don't think that that actually stops in a situation like this. I think that that's amplified in these kinds of times.
I think it's really vitally important to stay connected, to be connected, to lend voice, to participate, to understand and figure out how I can help individually and collectively as part of the Rotary organization contribute positively to the dialogue that's happening versus the divisiveness that's happening.
You know, I think if long-term you say you want to make some place your home and you want to make your community better, it's great to be with a group of people that have that same mindset. But also, you know, when times are tough for you, either personally or professionally, that's a group that you can look to as well.
Welcome to the Rotary Club of Milwaukee. I am Club President Darren Miller, President and owner of JM Construction. And as we gather virtually today, we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before Sister Edna gives our invocation to us today, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of fellow Rotarian R.L. McNeely, who died this past week. R.L. was a newer member of our club who joined just this past April. R.L. was a retired lawyer and social welfare professor at UW-Milwaukee. He was also a tireless community activist and chair of the Felmers O. Cheney Advocacy Board, which is a group of citizens guided by a shared concern for social justice, corrections policy, and the successful reentry of former inmates as they return to their communities. Please join me in a moment of silence for R.L. Thank you. And now, Sister Edna Lonergan, President of St. Anne's Center, will be giving our invocation.
Thank you. In recognition of the talents of the Florentine opera, I'd like to share this reflection on singers. We give thanks for all types of singers, popular singers, concert singers, and even tuneless singers who prove everyone has a right to sing, whatever their voice. Whistlers, hummers, and those who sing while they work. Singers of lullabies, singers of arias, singers on tree branches and rooftops, singers in cathedrals, school auditoriums, city streets, kitchens, corridors, and opera halls. We give praise to all those who give voice to the everyday joy of the soul and spark that joy in all of us.
Thank you, Sister Edna. And thank you to all of the Rotarians who were featured in our compilation video, Rotary Now More Than Ever series that played before our program start. As we know, the pandemic has been a challenge, but we are gratified to continually hear that many of our members still truly believe in Rotary now more than ever. So a quick reminder, it's been our tradition to have a bar as we gather at the War Memorial Center for the holiday program. And although we can't toast in person, we would invite you to bring a beverage of choice to the meeting today. So again, let's raise a toast. To the members of the Rotary Club of Milwaukee, thank you for keeping our club vibrant throughout the many challenges of 2020. You are the Rotary Club of Milwaukee. To Rotary now more than ever. So a bit more of club business. You should have received a request via email and US mail to contribute to the RCM Scholarship Fund. As a club, we are very proud of the success that we have achieved to date with our students. Since its start in 2009, 25 Milwaukee students, many the first in their family to attend college, have graduated with the support of the scholarship program. These graduates, along with the 21 students currently enrolled in the program, have felt firsthand Rotary's commitment to them and their future through financial scholarship, educational programming, and most importantly, mentorship. Students of varied backgrounds have studied subjects ranging from engineering to nursing, to art and finance. Today, you'll find these scholars working at Aurora Sinai Medical Center, Freighter, Rockwell Automation, the state of Wisconsin, Milwaukee County, and the city of Milwaukee, to name a few. Please remember our scholarship students when you consider your year-end giving and support of our scholars. Michelle now has a quick video featuring one of them.
I'm a senior now in college, and I have two wonderful mentors that are my support 100% of the time. And with that foundation, I know that I can complete a master's in music therapy, complete a master's in business, and then hopefully eventually open my own business.
If we want to pay it forward, this is the way to do it, in a very interesting way. See, because as much as we're talking about mentor-mentee, we're really talking about a partnership for growth.
Thank you, Michelle. And now, Janine Kolbeck, Head of Business Development with Engberg Anderson Architects, has an announcement about the McKee Christmas Club. Janine?
Thank you, President Darren. So I am here again today asking for support for those who are interested and able for this Saturday. We are doing our McKee gift distribution for the McKee Christmas Club, where we provide meals and gifts for seniors and families in the Milwaukee area who are in need. We have over 290 families and individuals that we are helping this year, and we are going to be delivering the packages to all of those recipients this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. And we would really appreciate any help that you could give. We're meeting at the Todd Ware Conference Center at MSOE, and we've got a whole process of to help you through this contactless, touchless delivery. We do recommend that you bring a friend who is in your pandemic bubble, if you will, so you're not driving alone to drop off these gifts. But it's a really great event, and the organization is helping a lot of families and individuals across the city. So we would love your help and love your support. There's more information that's coming in the email after this, and then the newsletter that Michelle will be sending out. So anything you can do to help and support, whether it's come to the event on Saturday, to volunteer, or even sponsor a family or senior, would be greatly appreciated. And I hope to see some of your smiling faces in person, even wearing a mask on Saturday.
Thanks, Janine. Cheers. More information about the McKee Christmas Club was in this morning's email and will be in the survey email following today's program. We had 20 Rotarians participate in the last book read and discussion facilitated by Paula Pennebaker, recently retired Executive Director of YWCA Southeast Wisconsin. I was one of them, and I think I speak for others when I say that it was time well invested. Rotarians are smart, thoughtful, which makes for engaging and thought-provoking conversation. I hope you will join us to discuss Isabel Wilkerson's newest bestseller, Cast: The Origins of Our Discontents. We will meet 6 times beginning Wednesday, January 13th at 4 p.m. Again, hopefully, hope to see many of you there. There will be more information also coming in this morning's email. We now have a quick World Community Services update. Chris Martinsek, CEO of Martinsek & Associates, will give us the update from the World Community Service Committee.
Thank you, President Darren. Our World Service Committee was notified last week that Rotary International approved a WASH global grant, and WASH is Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene in Guatemala. We've been successful obtaining grant support before for our water sanitation projects, but this was a truly groundbreaking effort for Milwaukee Rotary. The project is bigger by almost 4 times any of our previous individual projects in Guatemala and will cost $195,598 and change. Escuintla is a 276-bed hospital that serves over 700,000 people in and around Escuintla, Guatemala. Its water currently comes from 2 failing and antiquated wells, and which has to turn off the water to the city in order to provide water to the hospital for 2 hours every day. And internally, the plumbing and fixtures are also failing. And now COVID is wreaking havoc on an already overburdened health system. In a truly remarkable partnership, Milwaukee Rotary brought together resources from 12 Rotary clubs, including 2 in Guatemala, 5 districts with designated grants, 2 foundations, and the Rotary International World Fund, along with Engineers Without Borders. We'll be digging a new well, constructing an elevated water tank, installing a pump and control systems, making external connections, and providing new low flow fixtures internally. So you're seeing the pictures right now, but you can also read all about the project in the Rotarians Without Borders newsletter. But today, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge a very special Rotarian who made this project possible. We all know it takes a village to make these projects work, but it also takes a leader to put it all together. So today, I want to acknowledge and thank Jerry Stepaniak for his monumental effort. Jerry chairs the World Services Committee and did all of the heavy lifting on this grant application. In addition to bringing together that unprecedented group of funders and partners, both locally and in Guatemala, Jerry put together the detailed grant application and shepherded through the lengthy and detailed process to win the Global International WASH grant. So please join me in another toast to Jerry, to the World Service Committee, and Rotary now more than ever. Thank you.
Cheers, and thank you, Chris, and thank you to Jerry and all of you on the World Community Service Committee. This is truly remarkable and meaningful work, and I was ecstatic when I received the email from RI identifying that grant. So thank you to all of you and all the hard work. As Chris mentioned, the World Community Service update can be found in this morning's email. And you'll also get an update this afternoon in the email that comes out after the program. And now Tom Gale, Senior Advisor at SVN Heinz Commercial Real Estate and co-chair of the Rotary International Committee, will take a moment to honor some of our newest Paul Harris Fellows. Tom?
Thank you, President Darren. As Rotarians, we're asked to support the work of the Rotary International Foundation. The foundation transforms your gifts into projects that change lives both close to home and around the world. We just heard Chris Martinsek talk about the important work of our club that is supported by the Rotary Foundation. Earlier this year, $5,000 was donated to our local partner, Feeding America, to help with COVID relief. Since it was founded more than 100 years ago, the foundation has spent more than $4 billion life-changing sustainable projects. What impact can one donation have? For as little as 60 cents, a child can be protected from polio. $50 can provide clean water to help fight waterborne illness. $500 can launch an anti-bullying campaign and create a safe environment for children. The Paul Harris Fellowship is named for Paul Harris, who founded Rotary with 3 business associates in Chicago in 1905. The fellowship was established in his honor in 1957. Rotarians who contribute $1,000 to the Rotary International Foundation earn this award. Existing Paul Harris Fellows who continue to contribute are awarded higher designations for each $1,000 given. Today, we honor those who received new Paul Harris Fellow recognition through their recent support of Rotary International. You will now see their pictures and designations on your screens. Past President Kathy Eilers and Dick Davidson became Paul Harris Fellows +2 at the end of our spring polio campaign. David Haynes has become a Paul Harris Fellow this past month. We honor all Paul Harris Fellows in Memorial Hall. We usually ask all of our fellows to stand, but I can't do that today. So let's have a virtual round of applause. Today, we have 148 fellows in our club, 9 of whom are major donors. This means they have given more than $9,000 to Rotary International. Thank you all for leading the way, each one of you who's making a difference. And now, a toast. Rotary is needed now more than ever.
Thank you, Tom. And thank you to Kathy, Dick, and David for your continued support of the work of Rotary International. And now I'd also like to recognize our sustaining members. We're fortunate to have 23 sustaining members in our club. I will not read all of the names, but you can see them on your screen. Sustaining members support the work of the club at a higher level than a regular membership. Thank you for your generosity and dedication to the Rotary Club of Milwaukee. If you'd like to know more, reach out to me. Again, a toast to Rotary now more than ever. This Thursday, our final snack program of 2020 will feature David Golden from Boswell Book Company, who will share some book recommendations for last minute gifts or as an addition to your own reading list. Join us at 11:30 for social time with fellow Rotarians prior to the program start at noon. I will be there, perhaps with a holiday beverage. Our Tuesday programs will reconvene virtually on January 5th. Local filmmaker Chip Duncan has sat for interviews with 6 presidents over his career: Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, and Bill Clinton. He will share his reflections. Should be another terrific program. Chip has been with us in the past and it never disappoints. And now I'd like to welcome our guests for today. Thank you to Rotarian Maggie Opplinger and John Stump, Education and Community Engagement Member with the Florentine Opera, for arranging today's program. Several Baumgartner studio artists are joining us today. Emily Makiko, Taylor Alexis DuPont, Nathaniel Kataska, Steve Valenzuela, and Jonathan Guminder. Welcome to all of you, and we're looking forward to the program.
Thank you so much for having us. We're the Baumgartner studio artists. As we said, I'm Emily Michiko-Jensen. I'm the soprano.
I'm Taylor Alexis DuPont. I'm the mezzo.
The tenor, Nathaniel Kataska. And I'm Steve Valenzuela, and I'm the baritone.
We're going to start with Here We Come a Caroling.
Here we come a-caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you God Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars that beg from door to door, but we are neighbors' children whom you have seen before. Love and joy come to you, and to you glad Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year.
The next one we're going to sing is actually a Catalonian, I believe this. Catalonian Christmas carol for you. This is Boom, Boom, Boom.
On December 5 and 20, boom, boom, boom. On December 5 and 20, boom, boom, boom. For the love of us is given a holy infant son ahead. Of the Virgin Joseph's bride to all the earth good will be tiding. Boom, boom, boom. Tiny stars up in the heavens, boom, boom, boom. Tiny stars up in the heavens, boom, boom, boom. If you see the baby cry, or do not answer with a sigh, rather lighten up the sky with heaven's beams of radiant brightness, boom, boom, boom.
All right, continuing on our Christmas journey, we're now going to be singing a song you're a little familiar with, I hope. This is called The Dance of the Sugar Plum.
Lum, 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 lum,
So our next piece is actually Carol of the Bells, and we're very excited to share with you our rendition of it.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing the cheer to young and old. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, that is their song. With joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of the cheer from every nook. Living the air. Oh, how happy are they! Gaily they're ringing, while people singing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they sing, on the mountain, their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, no cares away. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, no cares away. Christmas is here, bringing the cheer to young and old. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, that is their song. With joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of the cheer from every nook. Living the air. Oh, how happy are they! Gaily they're ringing, while people singing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they sing, on with that and their joyful tone to every home. On they sing, on with that and their joyful tone to every home. Ding dong, ding dong.
So our next piece is a traditional Shaker hymn, I believe. This is Simple Gifts.
Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down, merry heart to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning and turning we come round right.
All right, for our last piece, we will be singing the 12 Days of Christmas, and we are very excited to share this with you all.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the eighth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 trumpets drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Well, that was great. Thank you to all of you for being here today. Certainly isn't the same without all of the tables jumping around at their turn for the 12 days of Christmas, but certainly we'll look forward to that next year in 2021. And to all of you at the Florentine Opera, thank you. And in honor of your program today, we will be making a donation to the Florentine in your names. A bit of club business to wrap us up for the year.
Hey, Darren.
Yeah.
This is Mary, and my phone just went crazy on my family thread. So for all of the basketball fans, Giannis just signed. I haven't opened up any of the messages, but I can tell. So that's we're closing the year with some more good news for the basketball fans here. So
great segue. Close the year. Fantastic. A bit of club business to wrap up. Rotary Person of the Year Committee is now accepting nominations for the 2021 Rotary Person of the Year. Nominations for the award should be individuals who, through their profession, have made the community a better place to live, work, and have shown outstanding leadership in the advancement of ideas, products, and services. If you'd like to submit a one-page nomination, please send it to info@milwaukeerotary.com. The deadline to submit is January 14th, 2021. The club will celebrate the award recipient at a May or June Rotary meeting. I hope to see you all at the snack program on Thursday with Daniel Golden of Boswell Books, and back here on January 5th with local filmmaker Chip Duncan. I hope everyone has a healthy and happy holiday season and a happy new year. Thank you for joining us today. And in case you missed it at the beginning of the program, Michelle will close our program with our Rotary Now More Than Ever video and one final toast to Rotary Now More Than Ever. Thank you all. So great to see you. Merry Christmas.
I believe that now is more than ever an important time to stay connected. Being truly connected to people in meaningful ways is something that I think we're all craving, and I find it to be an incredibly enriching experience.
I think that staying with Milwaukee Rotary through this pandemic both allows you to get information that is relevant to the times and still allows you to be part of a group where you can do other Zoom calls. Instead of us doing lunch or doing an event, we can also do Zoom calls with those that are in the Rotary group. So I stay and maintain my membership for the connection.
It won't be like this forever. We'll need to get back to normal life eventually, even though I'm sure it'll look slightly different. And those connections are still going to be important, and particularly the community building aspect and community rebuilding after all the kind of destruction that COVID is going to have throughout the community.
Service above self. I don't think that that actually stops in a situation like this. I think that that's amplified in these kinds of times.
I think it's really vitally important to stay connected, to be connected, to lend voice, to participate, to understand and figure out how I can help individually and collectively as part of the Rotary organization contribute positively to the dialogue that's happening versus the divisiveness that's happening.
You know, I think if long-term you say you want to make someplace your home and you want to make your community better, it's great to be with a group of people that have that same mindset. But also, you know, when times are tough for you, either personally or professionally, that's a group that you can look to as well.